The old clock in Elias's studio chimed, a gentle reminder that another hour had slipped by. Dust motes danced in the single shaft of sunlight cutting through the cluttered room, illuminating half-finished canvases, abandoned clay sculptures, and notebooks filled with brilliant but incomplete ideas. Elias sighed, running a hand through his disheveled hair. He had a vision, a burning desire to create something magnificent, but his mind felt like a restless butterfly, flitting from one thought to another, never landing long enough to truly bring anything to fruition. He was talented, everyone said so, but talent without focus felt like a ship without a rudder, adrift in a vast, unpredictable ocean. He'd start a painting full of passion and vivid imagery, but then a sudden thought about a new technique would distract him, or a notification on his phone would pull him into the endless scroll of social media. Before he knew it, hours had vanished, and his masterpiece remained just a sketch, a promise unfulfilled. This wasn't just about art, it was about his life. He dreamed of success, of making a real impact, but his inner world was a constant battleground of competing thoughts, anxieties, and fleeting fascinations. He knew he needed discipline. But how do you discipline something as intangible and chaotic as your own mind? One day, while wandering through an antique market, Elias stumbled upon a small, unassuming stall tucked away in a corner. An elderly man, with eyes that seemed to hold centuries of wisdom, sat meticulously carving a tiny wooden bird. His hands moved with a calm, deliberate precision that fascinated Elias. He watched for a long time, mesmerized by the quiet intensity of the old man's focus. Finally, Elias spoke, his voice a little hesitant. "Sir, your work is beautiful. How do you maintain such concentration?" The old man, whose name was Master Kenji, looked up, a gentle smile creasing his weathered face. "Ah, young man, it is not about maintaining concentration but about training the mind. Think of your mind as a wild garden. If you leave it untended, weeds will sprout everywhere, choking out the beautiful flowers you wish to grow. Distractions are those weeds. Thoughts about yesterday's regrets, tomorrow's worries, the endless chatter of the outside world, they all compete for space in your mental garden." Elias nodded, recognizing the truth in Master Kenji's words. His mind was indeed a chaotic tangle. But how do I pull out the weeds? How do I make my mind focus on one thing? Master Kenji picked up a small, uncarved block of wood. "Before I even touch this wood, I see the bird within it. I have a clear image, a defined goal. Without that clear goal, my hands would wander aimlessly, carving without purpose. My mind would follow, getting lost in the grain of the wood, or the sound of the market, or the ache in my joints. But because I know exactly what I want to create, my mind has a target, a lighthouse in the fog." This was a revelation for Elias. He often started projects with a vague idea, a general feeling. He had never truly defined his goal with crystal clarity. He always thought the creative process was about spontaneous exploration, but perhaps it was also about intentional direction. Master Kenji continued. "A clear goal acts like a magnet for your attention. It pulls your scattered thoughts into alignment. It gives your mind a purpose, a single point of focus to return to whenever it tries to stray." "But what about the distractions?" Elias pressed, thinking of his phone, his endless to-do list, the siren song of procrastination. "Ah, the distractions," Master Kenji chuckled. "They are like mischievous monkeys always trying to grab your attention. You cannot eliminate them entirely, just as you cannot stop the birds from singing outside your window. But you can choose not to feed them. When a distracting thought arises, acknowledge it, but do not dwell on it. Gently, but firmly guide your mind back to your clear goal. It is a constant practice, like training a spirited horse. You don't break its spirit, but you teach it to follow your lead." Elias spent many afternoons with Master Kenji, learning not just about carving, but about the art of mental discipline. He started applying the lessons to his own creative process. First, he began to define his goals with unprecedented clarity. Before starting a new painting, he would spend time visualizing the finished piece in intricate detail. He'd sketch out every element, decide on the exact color palette, and even imagine how it would feel to stand before the completed work. This wasn't stifling creativity. It was providing a framework, a clear destination for his artistic journey. Then he tackled the mischievous monkeys. He designated specific times for checking his phone and emails, keeping them out of reach during his creative hours. When his mind wandered, which it still did, he wouldn't scold himself. Instead, he would gently bring his focus back to the clear image of his finished painting. Like a shepherd guiding a stray lamb back to the flock, It was difficult at first, a constant mental tug-of-war, but with each successful redirection his mental muscles grew stronger. He began to notice that the periods of focused work became longer, and the distractions less potent. Slowly, Elias's studio transformed. The half-finished projects began to see completion. His canvases, once a testament to his scattered attention, now glowed with the vibrant energy of focused intention. He wasn't just painting. He was telling complete stories, each stroke deliberate, each color chosen with purpose. His work began to attract attention, not just for its beauty, but for its depth and completeness. People could feel the focused energy emanating from his art. He realized that mental discipline wasn't about rigid control or suppressing thoughts. It was about conscious direction, about choosing where to place his attention and understanding the immense power of a clearly defined goal. When his mind had a lighthouse to guide it, it could navigate any storm. When his mental garden was tended with care, beautiful creations bloomed. So what can we learn from Elias and Master Kenji? The journey to success in any field begins not with talent alone, but with the discipline of your mind and the unwavering power of a clear goal. Your mind is an incredible tool, capable of achieving remarkable things. But like any powerful tool, it needs to be wielded with skill and intention. First, take the time to define your goals with absolute clarity. Don't just wish for success, visualize it, feel it, describe it in vivid detail. What does it look like? What steps will you take? This clear picture will serve as your mental compass, guiding you through the inevitable challenges and distractions. Second, practice mental redirection. When your mind inevitably strays, don't get frustrated. Simply acknowledge the distraction and gently, but firmly, bring your focus back to your clear goal. This isn't about fighting your thoughts, it's about training them. Each time you do this, you strengthen your mental discipline, making it easier the next time. Think of it as building a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it becomes. Third, create an environment that supports your focus. Minimize external distractions where possible. Just as Elias put away his phone, identify your own mischievous monkeys and find ways to manage them. This could mean setting aside specific times for focused work, finding a quiet space, or even using tools to block distracting websites. Remember, the power to achieve your dreams lies within you, waiting to be unleashed through a disciplined mind and the guiding light of a clear goal. Don't let your talent be wasted by a scattered mind. Cultivate your mental garden, direct your inner horse, and watch as your most ambitious visions begin to take shape. If this story resonated with you and you're ready to take control of your mental landscape, then please give this video a like, share it with someone who might be struggling to find their focus, and subscribe to our channel for more insights on unlocking your full potential. Your journey to a disciplined mind and clear goals starts now. Take that first step, define your lighthouse, and steer your ship towards the extraordinary future you deserve.